What's up, everybody? My name is Pi.
And I'm Joe.
And welcome to Gear Talk here on SLR Lounge. Now, SLR Lounge has a wonderful YouTube channel. You can also follow us on the SLR Lounge website at slrlounge.com, as well as on Facebook. So be sure to check those out. Now, today, what are we talking about, Joe?
Today we are talking about the Zeiss Otus 85 1.4.
I know you're all wrapped up in this thing. You're like on cloud nine. That's why I'm here, because I'm gonna beat you back down to the ground. Well, not in such a violent way. I'm more like gonna pull gently on your foot to get back to the ground.
Well, okay, let's start. I'm gonna start with a basic unboxing of this lens because I actually got the privilege to unbox this lens, and right away, when you just start opening it, you know you're opening up something special just because of the way it's padded, the way it's
so
wrapped. You know you're opening up something of really high quality. It's like the difference between opening up a Hershey bar versus something from See's Candy. Just the packaging, everything is fantastic.
For some reason, I feel like this entire thing is biased just because you saw on the box it said Zeiss Otus.
Yeah. Zeiss Otus is like the epitome of lens perfection now. Name one still lens that's more perfect than the Zeiss Otus.
No, I'll give you that they have set the bar as far as quality when it comes to prime lenses.
Yeah.
And also, they've set the bar as far as you need to learn how to manually focus your lens as well.
But it's great because we were actually shooting this on the Sony A7R because through a viewfinder, it becomes very difficult to manually focus at f1.4. But because this has such a pretty big focus throw, once you get your focus locked in, even if you moved it just slightly, you're still in focus. Whereas like with the Canon 85 or my Sony Zeiss 85, if you just nudged it like half a millimeter, you are out of focus.
But that is kind of a major issue if you're not shooting on something like an A7 or A7R, because I did shoot it on the A7R, and that's kind of the only way for me to do it because it has focus peaking and it has all the focus aids to be able to see it directly through the viewfinder. On my Canon 5D Mark III, it's ridiculously difficult to manually focus this lens. And I think that's going to be a big deal for those looking to this lens. At least, you know, if you're using it for video, then fantastic, because that's not an issue. But
yeah, I think definitely a lot of people who do use this on their Nikons and Canons, they actually use it through the live view and then magnify it that way and get their focus that way, because it's just too hard to get through the viewfinder.
You're not really able to do a lot of live action type stuff, and you can use it for portraiture when someone's holding still, but how are you going to like sit there and track and try and follow focus someone through the live view when they're running down the aisle at a wedding? Because do you see people running down the aisle at weddings?
But then, okay,
so excited to get married.
It is true. It is very difficult to use it for those photojournalistic purposes. No, I'm addressing your point. But when you read behind why Zeiss made this lens, they made it for the medium format photographers of the old who want that resolution and who want that image quality to keep up with the type of image that they're shooting. And typically medium format photographers do more fashion or more still portrait work rather than like journalistic or sports photography.
Okay, image quality is fantastic.
Yes, and we've done a test on image quality just to see how good it is. Mac Ranger did this wonderful test where he shoots text and you see where it kind of falls into like purple and green. And so we actually did one where we compared the Canon 85, the Sony Zeiss 85, and the Zeiss Otus 85. And you can see in this test result where you can see this weird purple and green in the Sony Zeiss and the Canon 85. Yeah. But with the Zeiss Otus, it's just completely black and white.
Well, I saw that, and that was actually really interesting to see because, there was no chromatic aberration, there was no blooming, there was nothing. It was pretty dang flawless. By the way, this is the 135, right?
Yeah, this is
we're
actually
using
my
the 85 to record right now. So, again, don't start comment bashing us. Be gentle.
Yeah. The reason why I brought this 135 out is because I was actually on a portrait session. This is the Sony Zeiss 135 1.8. And so I was shooting both the 135 1.8 wide open alongside the Zeiss Otus at wide open at 1.4. And it's just amazing. Like the blooming is so well controlled. There's virtually no chromatic aberration. There's so much more detail that you see in the hair and the eyes. It's absolutely insane. And the flare control on this, it's an interesting flare because it's not exactly the type of flare that you're used to, where you get like these splotches of yellow and green circles, but it's almost like a very subtle rainbow flare.
Are you still talking?
Yes, because this lens is that good.
Okay, let me pull on your leg to get you back down to earth for a second. Price. What does this cost?
$4,500.
Okay. What does this cost? The 85 version.
It's about $1,500.
And this one? I think it's around
2,000.
2,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking at more than double the cost of any other 85.
Yes.
And what I would say is I'm really looking forward to what the Sigma 85 that they're coming out with is going to do compared to this, because they're actually setting this as the standard that they're trying to hit.
Yes, but it won't be as good.
Okay, let me tell you my take on this lens.
Go ahead.
Is it fantastic? Absolutely. It's amazing. It's so much good detail. It's fantastic. It has resolution. What else do you say? It has awesome flare control and no blooming. And okay, it has all those things. Great. But I need a lens that has autofocus built in. Why? Because I can't always manual focus. And I don't have, not every body that I use is set up like an A7 or A7R or A7S where you have great live view, focus peaking, and so forth. So that's kind of a giant fail there. Number two, was it incredibly sharp over areas of detail? Yes, it is incredibly sharp. I love that. But remember that little thing that you said about the Sigma 50 where you're like, it has no personality. I don't like it because it's too perfect. That's exactly how I felt about this one. It's like so perfect that the images kind of lose a little bit of their character. It's like perfectly sharp everywhere. And I don't know, that character that I love about my like 85 when I shoot it at 1.2 or 1.4, that slightly out of focus look, that kind of slight, I don't know, I like that quality to it. It's gone in this lens. This lens almost gives you like this kind of technically perfect image, and it loses the character behind it.
So you like your lenses because they're imperfect, or because of user error?
Hey, this is the same argument that you used.
It is, but
on
it
the
is
Sigma
such
50.
a... No, the Sigma 50 is a good lens.
Oh, sorry, I'm changing my mind now.
I'm not changing my mind. The Zeiss Otus is perfection. The Sigma Otus or the Sigma lens can't even compare. I know they try to, which is great, but it's not even close.
For the price,
For the price, it's good. But
It's
if you want the best,
pretty dang awesome.
the Sony, or not the Sony, the Zeiss Otus is there for you.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm saying that for the price, for the performance, and for the lack of features, it falls into a group of individuals that need and could use this lens is very, very narrow.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It confuses me on which market this lens is for, because I don't know a lot of medium format shooters that actually have a Canon or Nikon DSLR. I guess no, that's not true, because a lot of them probably have like the Nikon D800, which this lens would be great for because it can resolve that much resolution.
And in the studio, yeah, for resolving 36, 40 megapixels of resolution, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But again, usage-wise, you're using those types of cameras, medium format, or the closest DSLR equivalent in studio for product photography, for still portraits, for fashion, for those kind of things, right? In situations where basically you have control and you have subjects, I think it'd be even difficult to shoot with fashion on a D800 or on a whatever you're shooting on. If your subject is just jumping and moving and trying to get in those fashion poses, I think it'd be really hard to nail your focus on this. So at least at its setting. Now, of course, you stop it down to f7, f11 if you're doing, all your lighting, and then it'd be much, much easier to get it. But then you're not really taking advantage of the fact that it's such a wide open aperture.
Well, you've got some portrait shots with it out in the desert. How did you like those shots? And actually a portrait session in the middle
We
of the
did
park.
a couple of them, and like I said, they're fantastic. I love the color, I love the contrast, I love the sharpness, I love everything about it. I was using my A7R with every single one of those shots because I can't focus otherwise.
Yeah.
Number two, it's just I look at those images and I feel like maybe it's because I was so wrapped up in just trying to focus and just trying to get things right with the gear that I was using. I feel like those images they lost the sense of emotion or story. They're technically great images. I just don't feel any emotion in them. And maybe that's just because I was so wrapped up in trying to get it to
Well,
work.
we'll have to show those images to our viewers because I've seen those images and I actually really like them. And I think they're definitely a different character than the Canon 85, but then that lack of character builds something new to the image that you might not have been able to get with another lens.
Oh, and by the way, little shout out. For the desert shoot, we got a Lindsay Adler dress. Lindsay Adler has started a new business, a new kind of branch of her what she does. She creates these amazing dresses, and now they're able to rent via Dream Shoot Rental. So we got one of these dresses from Lindsay Adler. We took it out to the desert. It looked absolutely incredible. Her dresses are amazing. Check out Dream Shoot Rentals. They're very affordable actually, and for, you know, you'd be buying those dresses for thousands of dollars. You can rent them for under $100.
Yeah,
So
no, I've seen them. They're great dresses.
check it out. Okay, back to our lenses.
All right, let's conclude this. So, would you buy the Zeiss Otus?
No.
You wouldn't.
No. Well, would I buy it with your money? Yeah, absolutely. I would totally buy it with your money.
Yeah.
Give me $4,500.
I would buy
wait.
it.
Would you let me buy it with your
No,
money?
I am going to buy my own, and I would maybe let you use it occasionally. But I am actually
use it
going to buy this. This is going to be my next lens.
If I make fun of you for buying it, would you still let me use it?
No.
Gosh, dang it. You're ruining the whole point of being friends here.
No, I am literally going to list all of my lenses for this Zeiss Otus because it is that good. It adds something to my images that I really like. It is just that good. It is lens perfection.
So, I'm going to agree to disagree. And what I would say to our viewers is before you make any choice on an 85, wait for the Sigma, which is rumored, and hopefully it will be out sometime in the next, I don't know.
Well, I would actually agree with you. Before you spend $4,500 on a lens, you should definitely rent it somehow, use it before, just to see if it does fit into your shooting style, because it is a very specifically targeted lens for a very small group of photographers.
Another scary thing, shooting with that piece of glass on my camera while laying down in the desert sand.
Oh yeah, I had to.
That was terrifying.
Oh, also one thing to note, it is an 86mm thread. We couldn't fit any of our ND filters on there, so I don't even know if they make 86mm ND filters or filters in general.
I don't know if you can get that. I mean, you can get the drop-in ones, like the slide-in ones.
Yeah, but
the
this one
frame
doesn't
ones.
have a. I don't know if it has it.
You probably have to
get a
a
matte box.
bracketing,
Yeah.
a matte box and bracketing system. So, all right, that's it for the Zeiss 85. Obviously, you know this guy's opinion. I'm gonna let you guys make up your own opinion. Feel free to leave your ideas, comments, suggestions in the comments below, and also check out the article on SR Lounge where all these products are linked up. You can see that link in the description below as well. And if you like our videos, please, please, please do what, Joe?
Give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
And subscribe. And share it with your friends. Help us help you. That famous line from Jerry
All right,
Maguire,
Jerry
it
Maguire,
applies to
yeah.
us too. We'll see you guys in the next video. You and this freaking lens, man.
It's amazing.
You like want to have its babies.
Oh, I would. Because my babies will be perfect in German.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pi.
And I'm Joe.
And welcome to SR Lounge's Gear Talk. Forgot the next line.
Well, should we have a name for our subscribers? I was thinking like loungers.
That makes them sound lazy.
Really?
What's up, loungers? Get off your couch. and do
SLR
something.
loungers then? But that's too long. All right. Wardrobe check. We look good? I shouldn't have rubbed my breast pockets like that.
Can you do it again?
No.
Can I do it?
Sure.